Okay, it's time to make the tooling now so I can make these here cog teeth right here. And I got some things set up here in the lathe right now. The way I'm going to do this is, I got a piece of tool steel in here. I'm going to bring that out a little farther. I'm setting up at 40 degrees on my compound, and I'm going to turn that in. And then I'm going to take a few cuts here until I can check this with my cog wheel. And I'll be looking back and forth, and then as I need to adjust it, I'll keep on adjusting the angle down, lower a little bit at a time, until I get it to fit. And that's the way I'm going to make this tool fixture. I'm going to just machine this down until I can get it to fit, and save myself doing all kinds of math and measurements. Just keep on machine it down to fit. Okay, that's what's coming up next. The compound set at 40 degrees on the lathe. I'll turn this back here. Now just keep on machining it down, and I'll check it with the wheel. Okay, I can see right now, no matter how far down I go with this, 40 degrees is too wide. So what I'll do now is I'll adjust this to 30 degrees, and then check and see if it's still too wide, and I'll go down to 20. And then I'll just go back and forth until I find the happy medium, and then I'll start working from there to get that to fit in. Okay, it looks like 30 degrees it is. And how well that's showing up. There's a little bit of an involute too, but I'm not going to worry about the involute curve. I'm just going to go to this trapezoidal here, but it looks like 30 degrees on my compound. Seems like that's going to do it. I need one of these pins for an index for this here wheel here, and I need one to make a cutter out of. I'll use this for the index, and then I'll take another one and make a cutter out of it. Alright, so 30 degrees will work on the compound the way it looks. So I'll make another pin now so I can make a cutter out of it. Okay, after I did some tapering on the lathe, I did do some filing to shape it as best as I could. And you should see what we have here. Zoom in here a little bit. It's pretty darn close now. Using the magnifying glass and the files, I got it pretty darn close to the involute curve. So this will be the cutter here. Okay, there's the cutter blank. We'll take it over to the milling table now, and I'll mill this down to the halfway point here and make that into like a D-bit, so that it would actually shape and form the cog teeth. Okay, that's coming up next. Okay, I set my depth stop here to 1/8 of an inch, and that should take me close to the center of the cutter here, and I'll cut that down to the center there, and then that'll be a D-bit. That's the cutter being made. You might be able to see the involute curve now on the cutter. Zoom in here a little bit. Take it out here. Trying to get in focus here. Okay. Alrighty, that's the cutter being made. I still got to put a little bit of relief down here in this here bottom section here because that's going to be touching against this back here. So I put a little bit of relief back here so they can clear enough. And I'll do that on my lathe. Okay, that's coming up next. That should be enough clearance now. I've taken that off there. That gives me the clearance that I need to get back to the shoulder as far as I can. So that should work pretty good there now. Okay, now we're ready to put everything together to do the indexing. So I'll slide this on. Washer on. Nut. I'll tighten that up. And this will go on here like this. Washer. Nut. I'll tighten everything up here. And then this will be ready for the indexing jig. I still need to make the actual indexer that's going to be used to hold the index pin here. That's going to come up next, the index holding jig. But I have to get this all nice and tight now because this is ready to be put together now for machining. Okay, I had this loose on the table here just for a reference, but I need a way of being able to index into here now. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a couple of my angle blocks here, bolt them together, and then put a plate on top of here with a precision hole drilled in it that I can drop a pin down. After I drop a pin down through here like this here, you just be one plate bolt on here and then a precision drilling into here so I can drop this pin down. And that's how I'm going to do that. was using my under 1/4 inch reamer. This is my 1/4 inch reamer now I'm using. It's 1/1000th of an inch bigger than the last one. Okay, then you go to the one that's over 1/1000th of an inch, would be 251 now I need to use. This is the 251 reamer. That's it. That'll work. Okay, let me explain my setup here a little bit. The first thing I did was I took my cutter in the mill here and I lined it up with the black wheel here, and I got the table centered that way there, using the cutter on the black wheel here for indexing, and I got the table centered underneath the spindle that way there. Second of all, after I got that, I set up my indexing jig here, or this here fixture, by taking this pin here now, the indexing pin, dropping it inside there, and then lining it. Drop the pin down inside there like this here, and then I tighten the fixture up as tight. So now the fixture's tightened as tight as it could be now. Everything's lined up and I'm ready to start cutting the cog teeth now in this here. And that's coming up next. So I'm just making a scratch pass right now. Scratch passes all the way around. So this is how this works now. I'll loosen my spin jig here, and I'll lift this pin right here up in the air, and I will turn this now until the pin drops in there. Once it drops in there, I tighten it up, and I'm ready to start doing it again, and so on down the line.